Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Magic Bricks Hangout series. Our endeavor is to trigger a buy and bring back consumer confidence in the real estate market. The topic of today's session is Bangalore Realty, top real estate markets to look out in 2016. To discuss on the same, we have Mr. Raja Mukherjee. He is the Chief Marketing Officer of Concorde Group, Bangalore. He is a pharmaceutical graduate with a management, postgraduate, and an executive graduate degree in business management program from IIM Calcutta. He has had extensive experience in marketing, corporate strategy, business planning, and sales across varied sectors like pharmaceutical, FMCG, corporate restructuring, and real estate. With Mr. Raja Mukherjee, I also welcome Ejayashree Kuru. She is the head of content and research team of Magic Bricks. She has been a business journalist for over 2 decades with the Times of India, the Economic Times, and the Financial Express. She forayed into research in the year of 2002. She is a regular guest columnist with a number of established media, including the Times of India Group and others. So without any further delay, let's take up the questions now. Over to you, Jayashree. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Pushpa.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Magic Bricks chat series. The entire aim of this series is to make sure that we bring the best experts around the country to answer your real estate queries and to get them answered. Raja, before we start, maybe a good way to start would be for you to explain to our viewers what you perceive the Bangalore real estate market, especially the luxury and premium markets, and how it has been performing. What do you think will happen in 2016 in this area?
Hi everyone, wish you a very happy new year first. Bangalore market over a period of time has always shown positive vibes, right? And the positive vibes still continues. However, as being published all across, the complete real estate industry is going through a slowdown. Personally, me and our setup, we don't believe it. I think that's more of a sentimental issue rather than, an industry impact as such, right? Bangalore market has been constant throughout. The complete trend has been constant. It has never gone through that dip. Yes, to some extent, the new launches have, narrowed down. That's also because, the Bangalore industry as such had to balance the demand supply. They had to manage the demand supply stuff, right? And that's the reason, the market has been considered as a slowdown market. But 2016 is showing us very strong vibes, very positive vibes, right? A lot of social infrastructure is getting developed in major parts, which was not considered to be, priority point micro market in Bangalore as such. For example, Hennur, North Bangalore has developed considerably in terms of the social infrastructure. In terms of East Bangalore, if I have to say, East Bangalore has been constant for the last 3 years, right? Amazing infrastructure development, lot of job got created. And one strong point why I would like to say that Bangalore market has still not got into that slowdown. It is a notion that Bangalore market is going through a slowdown is because the demand for office spaces have increased considerably by 25%, right? And there are requirements for offices which we are not able to meet in Bangalore. So I am seeing the 2016 to be a very positive year. 2015 for us was very good, right? However, a lot of real estate majors have gone through a dip, but we have been successful in maintaining our growth curve. Also because we were present at the right segment. Yeah, all that we are reading that, the demand for the middle segment is increasing. It is true, right? We have also been, facing that. We have been, experiencing that. Lot of requirement for the middle segment, housing is increased. So that's what I would like to say, that there's a very strong vibe and the sentiments are strong. However, there is a slow sentiment across the country, but Bangalore is constant.
Okay, that's a very positive statement. 2015 has not been as bad a year as the rest of the country, and 2016 is expected to be a positive year. Good vibes already in the first week. Let's very quickly go on to the queries. we've got Joanna from Hibal who says, apart from maybe discounts offers, is the developer community offering anything else to buyers? What is the reason for the vibes? That's possibly what she's asking.
See, I would first like to talk about the discount factor. Discounts are given one as a value add to the clients, to the customers. Second, some developers who doesn't have that cash strength, right? Just to liquidate their inventory, they do that. But that is stress sale. But I consider Bangalore as being a very stable market. Apart from the small developers who have gotten, who are in the race to, establish their mark, the big developers have been constant in terms of maintaining their price and giving the best value add to the clients. Right
Okay.
now, in terms of discount, right, the input cost has not increased, not decreased. The input cost, the construction cost has only increased. So the discount as such, I feel, is a misnomer. The term is a misnomer. I would consider discount, vis-a-vis the value add. Like for us as a developer, we provide a lot of value adds in terms of amenities, in terms of interiors, in terms of many such stuff, which actually helps a home buyer to settle down in future.
Okay. So don't look for a absolute discount. Look for value adds.
Exactly.
That will stand you in better stead, right?
Exactly.
Isha from Bangalore has picked up that thread and said, "What are the amenities being offered by you?" Just a minute. Is there anything special that is being offered which makes you stand out from the rest of the developers?
See, one thing what we always try to provide is lot of open space. Right now, with land costs going up, people are trying to occupy as much as land as possible to construct, with brick and mortar. What we try to give is maximum open space. That is what people Bangalore was known for. Right. Apart from that, the basic amenities like swimming pool, gymnasium, and all such stuffs are provided. Now, the flashy amenities like heated pools and stuff, I would tell you honestly, I have seen facilities are not used, and it becomes a burden to the society. It becomes burden to the complete community. As such, we stick to providing all the basic amenities which someone would require in daily course of life. Apart from that, what we try to do is that we try to give the maximum open space in any of our development.
Right. In fact, Isha, I would like to
So
add to what Raja has said here that flashy amenities come at a price. So if you go for those flashy amenities which make you stand out, your monthly maintenance charges will be very high, and you will be paying for those facilities which you may use once a year or something like that. Whereas if you can get quality facilities and quality amenities with good quality maintenance, that probably will stand you in better stead. Let's go to the next question. We've got Taruna from Delhi who says, is your project luxury or premium? What is the difference between the two? Raja, I'd like you to explain, since you're in the category, and this is a query that troubles a lot of people. Is it luxury or is it premium, and what is the difference?
see, it is all about how you define your lifestyle. It's completely personalized, right? I might define my lifestyle as a luxury lifestyle. I might define my lifestyle as a premium lifestyle. Luxury and premium in real estate matters the same. It all depends on how much you are shelling out in terms of per square feet area and the location. In premium, probably you may have added features like home automation and centrally air condition and stuff, but that all comes as at a cost, what you rightly said, right? So I feel the term premium is only directly related to the cost and the amenities that gets added on, right? Plus the location as such. Now, for example, if you are constructing a premium development at in a suburb, right, that is never considered as a premium development. It is considered as a luxury development at the suburb. You understand? So I feel the term, luxury and premium is again a complete mismatch. It is all the same, and it only depends upon the location and the amenities that comes. The flashy amenities, I mean to say.
Raja, may I ask you a query that we get from a lot of consumers? If if I were living in, shall I say, a premium middle class apartment, and I want to upscale my apartment, what are the features? I'm probably trying to migrate from middle class to luxury. Now, what are the elements that qualify luxury? Is it quality? Is it the gentry or the neighborhood? Is it the location? Or is it the lifestyle and the amenity that it offers?
It goes hand in hand with the amenities as well as the lifestyle, right? The people living around. For example, I would like to say nobody would like to give their address as an address from a middle class home. All would like to get associated or put across their address coming from a premium home. You understand? So lot of low scale developers, the economy developers couldn't do great. Just a second. So they couldn't do great because nobody, as an individual, nobody like to give their address coming from a economy home, right? So but as you rightly said, the neighborhood and the amenities matters a lot in terms of defining a property as a premium or an luxury.
Okay. Now we've got a query saying that in 2016, what kind of real estate trends can we expect in South Bangalore?
See, South Bangalore has already a well-developed social infrastructure. It has a well-developed, job market as such. A lot of big companies are setting up offices. So the influx and also to add on, the cosmopolitan index of South Bangalore has has been has been twofold increase as compared to the complete Bangalore, capital. I feel South Bangalore still has potential to expand, right? Like Electronic City Phase 2, right? Phase 2 is an offspin of Electronic City Phase 1. There have been huge influx for Electronic City Phase 1, which has not, which Electronic City Phase 2 didn't experience. But now with setting up of new offices, we are seeing a huge increase in terms of inquiries coming for Electronic City Phase 2, right? Bannerghatta had always been in the map of Bangalore and it had reached with such saturation. Then came Kanakpura. Kanakpura, if I have to tell you, in the last 2 years, the development that has taken place, it is amazing. People who are working at Electronic City are preferring to stay at Kanakpura, right? So I still feel Bangalore South has a huge prospect in terms of development because it's well connected, the social infrastructure is well developed, and the job, the influx of people coming from other states and settling down at South Bangalore is also huge. It's twofold.
And it's greenery. It's a greener part of the city than the rest of it, right?
Yeah, it is. That's the reason people are preferring, settling down at Kanakpura or Bannerghatta. Still, people are preferring.
Sure.
I yeah.
Yeah, in fact, we've got Jaya from Delhi who says, do you expect the government to provide some incentives in the next budget? This is a typical question in the January-February period.
I would really hope that, if government supports us, right, this industry is a massive industry. It employs the maximum number of people across the country, right? It has the highest potential of becoming a completely organized sector, which it has evolved over a period of time. It has evolved as a complete organized structure. And if government supports us, right, that value add, that what I would say, uh, that benefit can be passed on to the customers, the people who would like to own a home. And I would surely hope, I would honestly hope that the government surely supports us. Right.
So if
Now,
you were to give a wish list, what are the 3 or 5 things that you would like the government to do so that this industry comes out of the doldrums?
for us, the major challenge is launching a project, right? There are around 183 approvals that we need to take in our country to start off a project. In general, I'm talking about, right? Whereas Singapore, there is a single window approval structure, right?
So
New
how long
Zealand,
does it take you to get approvals?
it takes 9 to 12 months, and that's a huge cost, sitting on the land, because land, as you purchase it, the landowners would not hold on for eternity, to get their money off, right? So it's a big investment, right? That delay in launch, that complication in launching a project actually hits the builder, right?
Okay.
So I would honestly
And
look
the
for,
consumer?
obviously, in turn to the consumer as well, because it's a cost which the builder is bearing, right? And any business is is meaningless without a profit, right? So it all gets translated to that.
Sure.
Right. So I would honestly hope that the government supports the builder community by providing a single window approval procedure, right? More, yeah, the new government has actually helped a lot by opening up the FDI, which would be a great help for many of the developer community. Yes, and
How does that impact a consumer? Is there a
uh, it might not impact the consumer, but it would surely strengthen the builder, to complete a project, right?
sure?
Because if you see in the last few years, we have heard several stories where, builders started a project and couldn't complete it, right?
Yeah.
And
So
it
this
has gone
ensures regular cash flow so that the project
exactly,
can go through to
exactly,
completion,
exactly,
which definitely helps the consumer, right?
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. We've got Subhash who says, "Hi, I'm planning to buy a villa. Where in North Bangalore should I invest?" We've spoken about the South. We've spoken about other parts of the city. What about North Bangalore?
See, North Bangalore predominantly, I would feel, is a destination for villa buyers, right? Because it has that openness, it has that complete environment which Bangalore was known for. Right now, if I have to tell you the correct location, it all depends on the cost. Right now, Hennur is within North Bangalore as a micro market. There are several micro markets which has emerged. Like for example, Yelanka is a complete separate micro market with its own dynamics. Hennur is a complete separate micro market with its own price dynamics, right? And there are suburbs also which has evolved, like Dudbulapur. Dudbulapur was considered to be a village, but now it has been considered as a destination for all villa developments, right? People have gone beyond the airport as such, right? People are considering Devanalli as a destination to buy villa because it has great connectivity. But honestly, I would suggest if someone has a budget of 2 crore, 2.5 crore, I would suggest Hennur as a location to be chosen, right? Why? Because it has the blend of that greenery. It has a great connectivity with the center of the city, and as such, the prices are also not skyrocketing at that zone as compared to Yalanka and the other zones of North Bangalore.
Raja, one concern that a lot of people have raised often is that water has been an issue in North Bangalore. How, when one buys a property there, what are the things that you should ensure so that you know that you'll have a good quality of life?
Water is a problem all across, not only in Bangalore, all across, and it's also because of our we have in self awareness since ages, right? Rainwater harvesting has been a concept which should have been practiced since ages, which we didn't. But now with the new norm where it is a mandate for all developers to have rainwater harvesting, right, is something which is actually going to help retaining the groundwater table, right? But in terms of Kaveri water connection all across Bangalore, I stay in East Bangalore. Now I have a connection which is live for the last 6 years, but not a single drop. So water has been a real problem, but it depends on each one of us how we conserve water, how we actually prevent depletion of water table, right? That's the reason when I talked about providing open space, I talked about not only open space, I talked about lot of plantation, I lot of groundwater recharging, right? These all things will actually help us in the long run. The
You
global
as a
warming.
developer, are you recycling water? Are you
Yes,
recharging the water
yes, yes, yes,
aquifers?
yes. We have a strong wing which falls under our CSR, initiatives, where we have taken up such activities, to recharge to whatever extent we can do to recharge the water table, to actually help to protect the depleting green table as such. So we do a lot of plantation. We have just done around 2,000 tree plantation in the area where we are present. But I would strongly request everyone who is going to own a home or who is going to stay to take personal responsibility in conserving water, right, and helping in the drive. Because see, we can have a lot of initiatives. The involvement of each one of us is very important to conserve water and to help prevention of depleting of the ground table water.
Sure, absolutely. We'll go on to our next query. It's from Pooja Agarwal from Sarjapur Road. She says that Bengaluru is one of the cities to have the highest unsold inventory. What initiatives are you undertaking to bring back buyers to the market?
See, if you see, economics is a fantastic subject, right? Where it is a must to maintain the demand and supply, right? When we were going through an upside, hundreds and hundreds of developers came across, right? They forgot about which part or which zone has what type of requirement, and they just got into supply. That's the reason the supply of Bangalore inventory.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. So that's how the Bangalore inventory has, shot up, right? And there is a complete disparity between the demand and the supply, right? There was a huge requirement for middle class homes, for mid segment homes, right? People didn't understood, the requirement, and there was a huge supply of premium homes, right? So those homes have got struck, right? It is going to take time. It is going to take time to get that liquidated. But most of the developers are now moving into the mid-segment homes. Right? Bangalore is considered to be an IT hub, right? But most of the salary segment, if I have to tell you about the salary segment, 60% of the IT guys are still earning below 10 lakh rupees, right? Those are
Right.
the people who can afford a home max to max 60 to 70 lakhs, not a 1 or
Right.
1.5 crore home. So if I
So,
have to tell you realistically what is left over in Bangalore and which is getting accounted for, inventory, uh, unsold inventory, it is those, the premium homes which have got struck, the 1.5 crore plus homes which have got struck. The middle
so
segment homes have moved fantastically. See, for example, we as a company, we have been steady in our growth and we have grown by 15% in this slowdown, right?
yeah,
That's only
which
because we were present in that segment.
absolutely. So actually, what you're saying is that there has been an oversupply in segments where the demand has not been as
Exactly.
high, and
Exactly.
there's been an undersupply in those areas where the demand was very high. So
Absolutely.
wherever the demand was high, the take up has happened, but the stock that has not been in high supply, high demand, is the one
Exactly.
that is
Exactly.
constituting the huge stock
Yeah.
in the market.
Exactly.
So actually, this is important for consumers to understand that if somebody tells you that there's a huge amount of stock in your city, figure out which is the category that you're buying in, and if it is a premium stock that is left out, and you are not looking at the premium stock, then maybe the category that you're looking at is not oversupplied. And if you are actually looking to upgrade into the premium segment, this is a good time for you because there's a lot of stock in the market. That's a good time for you to shop around and get the best deals out of that as well. So
Exactly.
it's a question of demand and supply.
Absolutely.
Uh, we have Ritik from Bangalore who says, will the property market in Bengaluru revive in this new year? You've touched upon it. If you'd like to just quickly
Yeah, sure.
reiterate.
See, I find you know, no point in saying that the industry will revive. The industry is already stable. The industry is stable. What has gone down is the sentiment. People were speculating a bit, thinking that the real estate price is going to come down. How can real estate price come down? When the input cost is the same, when the construction cost is same, when the land cost is increasing day by day, how can real estate price come down? It will never come down. Only it has gone through that cycle of speculation, right?
Right.
Where a lot of developers have also got into you know the stress of liquidating the inventory because of cash flow issues, right?
Right.
But that can't define the complete industry as such. Launches are still happening in Bangalore, however, not at the pace at which it was happening earlier. It is just to stabilize the demand supply gap, right? And in terms of the revival part, we are still positive. Bangalore is still positive. But what has gone down a bit is the sentiment,
That's
which
right.
I'm sure the government has a lot to do in stabilizing that.
Absolutely, and actually, sentiment keeps changing according to the amount of infrastructure you bring in, how the city is managed, how your
True.
traffic patterns are managed, and so on.
Yeah.
As well as, of course, there are larger macroeconomic issues such as how is the economy doing, and so on.
Yeah.
Let's go to a very specific question that Vijay Lakshmi Basavaiya has asked. Are there any plans to implement green waste management in Napa Valley Community, Kanakpura Road? Also, the green sewage treatment plants, etc. Any plans about that?
See, that's a project of its own, right? We have put in a lot of thought because sustainability is one of our key, what I would say, value factors, and we have a separate team working on area of sustainability and maintaining the green belt. So that thought is still on, right? We have done whatever is required to maintain the green belt. We have done whatever that is required to recharge the water table. We have done whatever required, the basic stuff required for recycling of waste. But in moving, there are now various, what I would say, grads and levels, in green certification, right? And you need to meet a lot of stuff, a lot of points to come across to that. In terms of waste management, Napa Valley is considered to be the project which has emitted the least waste because we are using a technology which cuts down the waste, accumulation by 48%, which is marvelous, right? We use concrete structures. We have a Korean structure called Kumkyan technology, which is first of its kind in Bangalore, right? So we have been, re-engineering and thinking all across in the newer projects to launch also how to minimize, the negative impact to the environment.
Absolutely, that's really creditable. We've got one very specific question. Sonali Sabharwal says she stays in Electronic City Phase One and would be interested in a site visit of Project Concorde Napa Valley. So I'm sure we could connect you offline and you could
Yeah,
take
absolutely,
it forward.
absolutely. That's
There
fantastic.
is Rahul Soni who says, which area would you suggest for investment if I'm getting good property in both Kadugudi Main Road versus Varthur Gunjur Road?
Uh, my personal preference still goes to Kadugudi main road. Vartur, yes, it has a huge scope of development, but still, there are the traffic management is one, and second, the people have to travel through the Vartur village, which has a scope of improvement, but recent time I would not be able to comment on anything because I'm not able to see in recent time anything happening in that zone. But yes, lot of developments are happening in that zone. You will get a very good price advantage at Vartur as compared to Kadigudi. But over a period of time, Kadigudi would fetch you more return as compared to Vartur.
Okay. We've got Deepika G who says, when is the possession expected in Concorde Windrush project?
Uh, Concorde Windrush is ready to move in. Handover, we have already handed over 45 units, right? Out of 150 units sold, we have already handed over 45 units, and another 60 units are in the process of handing over. So it's a ready to move in. And what I said, the next 60 units ready to hand over means all the cosmetic touches are going on.
Okay. So I'm sure Deepika should feel quite happy with that. Ramesh says North Bangalore is believed to be the new hub of development, yet the prices are inflated in the area. Why?
See, real estate is all about speculation, right? There was huge speculation that North Bangalore is going to be a major hub, right? But somehow we failed to create the job infrastructure in and around North Bangalore. That's the reason the movement has not taken up that pace. It has a good infrastructure, but talking in terms to the price, I will say that land acquisition had happened at a very high cost. So developers are helpless to provide at that specific cost. The land acquisitions happened at a very high cost in North Bangalore, which
Okay.
is which is not what we are getting in South Bangalore or at the Vartur area.
Okay, we've got Sonal from Bengaluru who says, can I start construction immediately post purchase in your residential plot projects like Opus One?
Yeah, sure. See, the fantastic thing of Opus One. Let me tell you. Let me give you a contrary. If someone buys a plot at any of the plotted development, someone who buys a plot in any of the plotted development has to hold on for eternity for someone to start construction. But Opus One is within a developed, community where we have Napa Valley just beside, right? Where we have around 800 villas. People will be staying there. And for construction at Opus One, it is immediate. You can start off immediate, right? You just have to get your plan approved, right? There are certain restrictions that you can't, construct a multi-story, but that plot is being sold for villa development. So you just need to get the plan approved and start off with your construction.
Raja, we've got questions absolutely pouring in, and we are actually a couple of minutes over our time. What I would like to tell our consumers is, since Raja's event is so well received, we would definitely try and bring him back again to meet with you. However, we will have to take a last query and close this session because we're very close to the closing time, and I'm sure Raja would love to talk to more consumers.
Absolutely.
Right? Let me just take one last question. This is Kausham, who wants to know how Concorde Group as a builder is contributing to development of South Bangalore in terms of infrastructure and conveniences.
The infrastructure is not a single person's responsibility. It is the complete community's responsibility. But South Bangalore as such came into the map of Bangalore, I would say predominantly because of Concorde, right? When we used to talk about a developer out of South Bangalore, we used to talk about Concorde. Now, areas, if I have to talk about like the projects where we have, right, for example, Windrush. Windrush was considered to be a complete suburb, but today it is not. If you see the CDP plan, right, it has a peripheral road crossing just by, right? Probably the government has observed the type of development that has come in across, South Bangalore. For example, Kanakpura Main Road, if I have to talk of, people still know Concorde Napa Valley as a milestone, right, destination at Kanakpura Main Road. So I think to whatever extent we have got South Bangalore to the limelight of Bangalore. The government has also looked upon. Lot of development is happening. The Nice Road is a fantastic connectivity between Electronic City and Kanakpura Main Road. Nobody can refute that, right? I'm not saying that has happened because of Concorde, but yes, I'm sure Concorde's development has actually everyone to look on South Bangalore.
Sure.
And we were the first developer to move in at South Bangalore. Now you have all the premium developers over there, cluttered there.
Right. Thank you so much, Raja, for joining us. Thank you so much, viewers, for joining us. We would like to announce that next week sometime we will definitely try and bring Raja back to you. We have at least another 20 to 30 questions that are in the bank, and don't be dejected. We will get Raja back to answer your queries again. Thank you so much.
That's a pleasure. I would surely like to meet up, and you can all visit us at concordegroup.co.in. Thank you.
Absolutely, sir. We'll definitely visit you. And I'm really thankful to our guest speaker for participating in this Hangout. And it was indeed a great session. I would also like to thank all our participants for their support in making this Hangout a great success. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Raja. Thank you, Jayashree.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah.